Vishalakshidevi, the youngest sibling of the Wadiyar family, and her husband Gajendra Singh, will never forget that day in November 13 years ago, which changed the course of their lives. It was my husband's birthday, and we were returning to our home-come resort in Bandipur forest, when someone from the forest department stopped the jeep. He said, 2 leopard cubs had been abandoned, and handed them over to us, Vishalakshi recalled. The cubs, a male and a female, found in a sugarcane field, were about 12 days old, and had not even opened their eyes. The couple and their children were thrilled to have them, and the cubs were promptly christened Bully and Baby. The cubs soon became the center of the Wadiyar's universe. They began to collect information on how best to rear the cubs, and initially fed them goat milk, and subsequently baby food, vitamins, and calcium supplements. Before long, the food pattern changed. Minced meat and chicken were on the menu. Their living quarters too changed. The cubs began to live in a huge compound, bounded with barbed wire. Bully and Baby fitted into our lives so easily. My son Rudra Pratap Singh was 18, and daughter Shruti was 11, and they got very comfortable with their new siblings. Our life revolved around the cubs. What they ate, how they slept, how they played, were the only topic of discussion at home. My husband was very attached to Baby, Vishalakshi said. When the cubs were 3 months old, the weaning process began. The cubs were leashed, and taken out for long walks in the forest, to get them acclimatized to their natural habitat. Gradually, the cats started displaying their natural instincts. They started ambushing small animals, climbing trees, and slowly Bully and Baby were being transformed back into wild things. After 2 years, the inevitable happened. Bully and Baby were taken deep into the forest, and left to themselves. A radio collar was temporarily attached to them, to track their movements. While Baby soon adjusted to the new surroundings, Bully was not as fortunate. He died within a month, and Baby was left traumatized. The family could not bear the separation, and daily made trips to the forest, to meet Baby. They would go to one particular spot in the forest, which was the leopard's territory, and call out to her. And within minutes, she would come running, climb over the jeep and jump into Gajendra's lap. Once, we watched 4-year-old Baby kill an animal, and then come running to sit on my father's lap. Several times, we noticed fresh blood on her whiskers, but there was absolutely no change in her behavior towards us. She always expressed the same love and warmth, Rudra Pratap Singh recalled. One day, when Baby met the family, she made peculiar noises. They understood that she was asking them to follow her. The family went with her inside the jungle, and found 2 cubs, Baby's own. This relationship continued for 6 years. The family would go looking for baby, and she would come bounding to them. The family also remember another instance very well, when it happened the other way around. Baby came to meet them, bringing along her 3-month-old cubs, and as soon as she saw Gajendra Singh, she pounced onto his lap. The cubs stood at a distance. Baby eventually moved on, as she invariably had to. She began to drift apart from the family. It had to end someday. For how long could we go into the forest and meet her? She had to go her way, and we are happy that she went back where she belonged, said Vishalakshi. But the early euphoric days of nurturing baby and bully remain fresh in their memory. And, as an aid to memory, there are hundreds of pictures and videos that bring back that time. Recently, the Forest Department handed over 3 abandoned leopard cubs to the couple. No, these cubs cannot recreate the bully baby magic, Vishalakshi asserted. We will raise them as a matter of responsibility, and will then let them out in the wild, she said.